as much as possible until the light goes out. Yeah, it's me again. What time zone am I on? Well, maybe where you are, you're sleeping, and maybe where you are, it's the next day. Come on in, everybody. We want to talk about this monetization thing going on here on YouTube. Is it a flex to say that you're monetized? So I got to tell you guys real quick. I'm not going to be before you very long, as they say in church. But I was telling, I met some people. I'm like, oh yeah, what do you do? I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm a YouTuber. And so what do you do on YouTube? Oh, I monetize on YouTube. I didn't even answer and say, what did I do? I said, oh yeah, I'm monetized on YouTube. You are? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, whoa. And walking around telling people that you are monetized on YouTube in the real world, is it a real flex? Is it a flex, guys, just to say, you know what? I'm monetized. Oh my goodness. And there's so many other things going on in the world, but I just I just thought of that. And, when I get like this, it's not going to be long, but I do ask, first of all, welcome. If it's your very first time seeing me, go check out some of my lives. I talk about, I talk. And it's a place that you can come to for a few minutes and just to forget about it. Just hang out here, listen to me talk. Maybe I'll ramble on a little bit, but I want to tell you that there's so many things going in this world. But for me right now, to be on YouTube, I'm saying it is a flex. Or does anybody really care? Anybody who's not on YouTube and these folks aren't, let's say they're not YouTubers, right? Or trying to be YouTubers. What are we trying to, okay? What are we exactly trying to do? Because for people who are not on YouTube doesn't mean anything to them. And to tell somebody, a YouTuber, and I'm monetized, what does that really mean? Who doesn't, who cares? Does it? Maybe it's just too late and I am sipping tea. All right. And I'm like, who really cares? So, how many of you tell your friends that you are a YouTuber? How many of you mentioned that off YouTube? Because now we've been working to make the 4,000 hours, right? We've been working, trying to get to the 4,000 hours. And here we are, can't even figure out what is it that we're doing over here. Well, I shouldn't say that, and I'm not going to be disrespectful to anyone because there are people who have worked really hard to attain it, including me. Because it's just something you just want to conquer the beast. YouTube monetization isn't really a flex, and for me, it's something to say, "Hey, I did it," and it was able to take me through some. It took me through. It took me through a process of. What do they call it? Stick to itness, meaning that I needed to be, hey, thank you for coming in. Lady M, how are you? Listen, I'm talking about, being a YouTuber. Like, who else outside of YouTube care? Who else cares that we are monetized? And it just hit me. It really just hit me. These things that we've done. But by the way, since you're here, and those of you on the replay, I do ask that you watch the ads. Yeah, because now understanding being a YouTuber, that now when I look at how much money I make, could be a couple of cents, and then we get so excited about it. We get so excited, and I'm not knocking. Lady M, how long have you been on YouTube? Are you one of those people who are monetized, or you're trying to get monetized, or you're somebody who watches YouTube? So now I'm thinking about it with this monetization thing, to get over that hurdle, get the subscribers, and get all of those things. We were caught up in it. And I am really thinking, who even cares? Who wants to listens to us, right? Obviously somebody is, because they're people who are making millions, thousands, hundreds, thousands, and millions of dollars. And I think maybe there is a billionaire, right, from YouTube. So somebody cares about it. And we have to just figure out what route are we going to take. So yes, let's look at it. We've gotten the subscribers, we've done the work. Sometimes you get the numbers, sometimes you don't. Sometimes, once again, trying to figure out the algorithm. And YouTube is going to do what YouTube is going to do because they have their things. We can't come over here and change it and do what we think we want to do. Or if you want to do what you do and enjoy yourself, that's perfectly fine. But now, when this monetization comes, this is the other side of the coin, what really happened. And I'm wondering, because after it happens, it's just like, okay, so now that has taken place. What's going on? What are we going to do after that? How are we supposed to feel? Because it's like something like the veil has been lifted, and now it hits you back. You're back into reality that the monetization is good, but am I going to now really get the views? And you're seeing the people who are getting the views or the other stuff, but they're those who are diligently niching in on their community and their audience, and they are getting the rewards of it. And not only that, they're bringing you good information. I laugh. You guys keep laughing. Yes. Go to bed. What world are you in and what time zone are you in? Because we're in different time zone, right? So that's the thing about it. And here I am, when I really think of it, especially do these lives, right? I'm going to go back to my videos, but when I do these lives, I'm like, what am I subjecting myself to? I'm subjecting myself to what are they, trolls? Yeah, they're trolls, right? Bots and trolls and all sorts of things, right? And so, I'm really thinking about why even do we do YouTube? But there are people, I'm going to say about it, there are people in this community who are, you may bump into me and I may not be your cup of tea. I am not your TikToker. I'm not your average TikToker, right? I'm not average, maybe YouTuber, but I am going to bring you the information. And if you are, if we're cut from the same cloth when it comes to inspiration, motivation, and personal and professional development, then we are going to definitely connect. If we don't, you won't even understand what I'm talking about. If we don't, then it's not for you. And so that's what we're going to have to think about our channels. What are we doing? What we do? Like, one of my daughters will look at my stuff and she was like, man, I would have swiped away already. I'm like, why? She said, well, because you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And I'm like, I'm not cut out for you. You're TikTok, you're Instagram. I'm not going to change to appeal to you because you are not my audience, and it is okay. So the thing is, I'm going to say, guys, you have to be you have to be clear on what it is that you want to do and who your audience is. And so, yeah, having a monetization is a flex. So we're like, yeah, I'll monetize. But really, what do I really want to do with this? And then you look at the money that you're making, baby. When I look at that money, and yeah, I just made this, but I'm thankful and I'm grateful because it really makes, let me tell you, YouTube make you work for your money over here. They're not throwing out free money. If you're looking to get monetized and you're serious about what you're doing, YouTube is not giving away free money. And as they said before, YouTube is on easy street. No, that's not the case. It's really not the case. But you're definitely gonna have to definitely work for it. But yeah, I've seen people who after they've become monetized, they just stop. And I can understand why. I did ask one person once, and she said, it's all the work that you did just to get to monetization, that after that, you are exhausted. And so my thing is just to pace yourself. Are you able to pace yourself? Are you pacing yourself? Especially if you're trying to get to those 4,000 watch hours. And then when you cross that finish line, it's not over. When you cross that finish line, it's not over. There are going to be other things that you will need to do to get that 4,000 hours again for the 365. So I am saying this now that it's it's falling into place and it's starting to make sense right now that it's something, there's some form of continuity. There are things that you may have to pivot a little bit. I will be doing my videos and posted my videos. I will be niching down my yeah, I'm gonna niche down the channel itself. We first, like I said, I started out with nursing, and there are a lot of things that's happening right now, and I feel that I need to talk about it. I really do, and so, but it's going to be something that will concern you, that will concern you and your family that you may want to know about. So, yeah, all of this is fun. It's all, as they said, it's all good. But now the work starts. After monetization, the real work starts. What do you want to, how are you going to keep your audience engaged? How are you going to keep them coming back to your material? I think that the niche channels are doing really well and they have a better opportunity because they're just, if you're a prayer channel, you're doing prayer, you're uplifting people. And so after you keep doing that and putting that out there, definitely the algorithm is going to understand it and definitely going to push it out there. And then people will know you for that thing, especially when if that's your brand. So I like that. I like some of the music channels too, because I know them for that. And when you go into the back end of YouTube studios, you're seeing the percentage that I'm seeing of new people who are watching my stuff is ridiculous. Like, where are my repeat people? My repeat people, there's some of them there. They're not as much, but I'm getting a lot of new people watching my stuff. So starting to understand YouTube now, like, hey, if people see your stuff and if people swipe by and they see your thumbnail and they decide to opt for a minute or two, well, that's good. That's good. And so that's where the real flex is. I think the real flex is in continuity. I feel the real flex is niching down your audience. And I also feel the real flex is how often you are going to show up for your audience and doing the other things, as we say, the thumbnails, the topic, and the body of what, exactly what it is that you're talking about. So, yes, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. And I can say, yeah, I came on YouTube and I did this. There are people who have had their monetization, they let it go, and then they come back and they say, all right, I'm going to do something a little bit different. But what am I really thinking about? So I can come on YouTube and say, make $50 or $75, and hey, you want to do the super chat? That's fine. It's really cool to see the letter, when it lights up and it goes that way. Feels good and it also feels good when it happens. But then I start to think of it, what do I want to use this YouTube channel for? Niche it to talk about what's happening right now when it comes to healthcare and how it affects many of my nurses and how it affects you. Because at one point I thought that maybe I would alienate. And I'm going to ask those of you, I have some really great people who listen to my videos, my lives. And my question to you is this. Some of my videos that I've done talking about nursing, they've gotten decent, views. And I'm wondering if would you feel alienated if I start to talk about how nursing, what's happening right now? And I always try to include what you should be concerned about as somebody receiving healthcare. Do you feel that I will alienate you talking about nursing and what's happening in the medical arena? Okay. And I won't get too deep, but there are certain things that I think that you as a consumer, you as somebody who uses healthcare, and I don't get into Medicare, Medicaid, all of that stuff, but there's some things that I really feel that you all need to be very aware of. Like right now, nurses are being laid off with no problem. And I've been a nurse, oh gosh, almost 28 years. OMG. Oh God, that's a long time. Dag, that's a long time. And a couple more years is 30 years. Dag. I'm looking like somebody's grandmother. I am somebody's grandmother. But this is what I'm saying. Wow. I've never been out of a job as a nurse. During or just before, there goes a light in. Do you guys like this light? Should I turn it on? Let me see what it goes here. Should be minding my business. All right. So, so I've never really been out of a job, right? And when COVID happened, I didn't even know. I'm not gonna even say I didn't know how to file for unemployment. I just never been out of a job. Just work. Most nurses will tell you that, and you just want to have good health, right? And you could just pick and choose where you want to work and what you wanted to do. But now it's coming to the point, like some of the places that you would never thought about that would lay people off are actually doing that. So, but there are different ways that, we can work in a different capacity. So I'm just really thinking of, how we're all in this together. So yeah, my question is, I will talk some more about it. Will you feel alienated from it? But it will still be motivational, inspirational in the personal and professional development. But I want to include that because I think it's really important. Healthcare affects all of us. And there are things that people need to be aware of. And I feel I can bring that to you without, just being overbearing. So let me know your thoughts on that. What more would you like to know what's happening in the healthcare arena so that you yourself can be aware of it and prepare yourself and your family members? Because right now, especially when you go into the hospitals and when I'm talking about vaccine and all of that, I'm getting there. You go into the hospitals and the nursing homes, and they may not have all of the staff that's needed. And there's some things that you can do. You, the family member, you can really do to help to support your loved ones and make it a little bit easier and hopefully safer, right? For the people who you're taking care of and that the staff needs to take care of in a healthcare facility. So it's just some thoughts. I've been kind of working on it, think about it, because I've done a couple videos on that. If you haven't watched them, I'll probably post them on my um, on my on my post wall, the post wall. I call it the post wall. Oh Lord, but I will talk a bit more about it because I really feel that it is important because baby, we are going through a lot. So yeah, it's great being a YouTuber, as I say, being monetized. Yeah, it feels good. I look at the coins, the actual coins of it, and I'm like, look at this, I made this. And you don't want to go compare it. Like, hey, I made this for the month, I make that in an hour. you know I make this like that. But for me, I'm not even comparing the money. I just love the fact that it's a community of people that just to be a part of it is a big deal. So what is being monetized to you? Is it a real flex when you tell people? Do you tell people that you monetize and they're looking at you like what does that mean? You tell people that? Because for me, now you would say, why would you tell somebody that? Because the person was a social media, does the social media. We were at an event and they were doing the social media. Say, you're on YouTube? I was like, yeah, I was on it. I'm like, I'm on YouTube, and out of nowhere, I blabbed out, I monetize. Like, and then I'm really thinking, what does that really mean? And it's like, what do I now do with this platform? So yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I was rambling for a bit, but definitely I'm trying to keep this under a certain amount. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Is it a flex that monetize, or are you really looking on using your platform to really educate, entertain, inspire, uplift? What are you looking to do with your platform? And also, how do you intend on keeping the momentum. And yes, drop me a red heart. It's easier to find. Go ahead and drop a red heart if you reached this far. I really and truly appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for every coin that I've gotten, every dollar that I've gotten. It's just really, really amazing. But more than anything, it's your support. And so many of you, you've become a part of my family. It's like we're family up in here in this community, right? We may not watch everybody's stuff, but there are those of us who really support each other. We watch our ads, we watch the videos, and it's all good. And so I appreciate you guys. Take care now. Bye bye.